Ta-da! All right, what do we have here today? We've got the Rough Country Grill Light Mount. So it's the 3 little Raptor style lights that go on the grill. I thought this was just going to be like bolted under the grill and be done, but you have to remove everything on the front, basically. Not everything, but way more than I thought you had to. So we'll get into the install. It's super easy plug and play for that aspect, but not from the installation aspect of actually mounting this bracket up. We'll get into it. Here we go. All right, so we got to remove these little plastic retainer clips. You can use a screwdriver, but I've used a screwdriver for like 30 some years, and I finally just got some trim piece remover things. Way easier, and they're cheap. I don't know why I waited so long. And then like just some plastic trim removers to get into things and pop them out. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 to go. So pop all of them off. And save all these clips because you're going to reuse them. Once you get all the plastic pop rivets removed, you just slide this out from under there and then take this off, set it aside. Next, you'll need a 10mm and an 8mm. So the 10mm is for these 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4 across the top. So we'll do them next, and then you pull the trim piece away. It's nice and gentle. Should just come off with your hand. Sounds scary, but it comes off. And then in there, see that bolt right there? That's an 8. So we're going to take that one off. Next you do is remove the wiring harness for the grill. Just a nice little pinch and a pull. Pinch, pinch there, pull. Pinch there, pull. Then you take off these little guys right here on the side, like I mentioned. With this tool, it's wonderful. Saves your fingertips and your hands, because many times I've slipped off with a screwdriver and stabbed my hand. So there you go. So a couple things I didn't mention. When you pull these off, down in here there's 2 more plastic rivets that hold on this little like mud guard or dust guard. There's one there and one here. This one's a pain to get to. This actually ripped on mine, so I'll have to finagle that to get it back on. But there's 3 on this side, 3 on this side, same spots. And then also, when you disconnect these, you actually have to remember to pull this plastic piece out because it's still attached to the grill, and that stays in the truck. So yeah, once you do that, you'll be able to lift the grill, take the whole grill off. Make sure you have a nice blanket or something laid down, because you're going to be putting your grill face down, so you don't want to scratch it up. All right, so I got this kit, the light kit that we're putting on, last Christmas. It's pretty much almost a year to the date. It's December 12th today. I don't know when I'm uploading this video, but anyway. The reason I didn't do it for the entire year is because I didn't want to deal with this. It's such a pain in the butt. You have to separate this louver thing from the actual grill. I put on the silver grill because my truck had chrome. So I bought a silver one and did this already. So these things strip out. There's 4 bolts here, 1 there, 1 here, one there, and one here. This one came off, that one didn't, that one didn't, and that one didn't. So 3 out of the 4, like, the internal pieces sit in a plastic cup. I'll show you when I eventually get it off. But that plastic stuff just doesn't hold the stud. So you can't get that off. And then these things on the bottom, they're like these little nuts that thread onto the plastic post. Those are a pain in the butt to get off, because you have to push with your hand or push with a screwdriver and get it off, because they just get stripped if you take them off more than one time. Next, there's a bolt down in here, 8mm. So there's 1 8mm, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10mm. All right, to show you what you're dealing with these corner nuts and bolts and screws, whatever, that thing should obviously not still be there. So on the other side, it's a threaded metal piece. That metal piece threads into this plastic piece here. But these plastic pieces strip very easily and break very easily. That one still works because I super glued it in. This one I tried to super glue. The post stayed, or the plastic piece stayed here, but now the plastic is stripped, so that one's useless. This one here broke off and fell down in there. You can hear it. So I'm gonna have to try and get that out. And this one's okay, but one of the tabs is broken. One of them's not. This is super glued in there, so this one's still okay. So 2 out of the 4 are crapped up. I don't know if you could buy these clips. I'm sure you can, but if you can, buy a whole bag load of them if you're ever going to take the grill apart. That's one reason why I never took the front emblem off and painted it for real. I used Plasti Dip because I did not want to deal with taking this stupid grill apart again, because you have to take way too many things off, and I don't have that kind of time. So here's that little plastic clip that I fished out of there. In principle, it slides in there like that, and those little clips clip it in, but don't lose it, no! You son of a... Okay, there we go. So one of them is broken, as you can see, and the other one's not. So we will either only install the grill holding it on with 2 studs this time, 1 on each corner, or glue this one in and see if we can make that work. All right, next you take your bracket here and see the bend here? So that is going to get mounted on the top of the grill here. So we want it light facing forward, tabs facing deck. And they're just little rubber grommets. So just feed the plug through the hole and then work the grommet into the cup there, or whatever. Give it a little work, give it a little spin. Spinning always helps. And there you go. Okay, once you get the bulbs in the bracket, just set it on the grill here and line it up with these holes. And we're gonna sandwich the louver piece here on top of that. And then when we put those pieces in there, it's gonna hold it. It says to hide the wires in here, so these little clips, they'll kind of actually clip onto there, which is nice. And then I fed it through here and hit it in the grill nicely. The only thing that the instructions don't say are what to do with this piece. So this is going to have to come up out of the grill. It doesn't say what to do with it. Alright, so instead of running the wire across here and then up underneath this stud and then across back to the middle, I'm just gonna leave it and have it come out the side here. It gives you a ton of slack, so you can kind of hide it once you get the grill mounted and stuff. So I will bolt this thing back together. All right, once you get the wires ran through the grill and you sandwich it back together, so my wire comes out over here. Then make sure the mounting bracket still lines up with the holes. And then I put these 2 pop rivets in on the far side. You have to drill out these 2 here with a 7/16 drill bit. So I didn't have one. So I did a 1/2 inch. That goes through there. Don't do it if you don't want to. Go buy the proper stuff. But I don't have time to go buy a dumb drill bit. So this pops in there. If you don't do it, these clips won't be able to be pushed down if you don't drill it out. So ideally, have a 7/16 drill bit. Okay, you do the pop rivets, then did the 4 corners, those bolts, the center screw, these 3 little guys, and now we will throw it back in the truck. All right, you bolt the grill back in the same way you did before. I didn't put the top plastic piece on yet, it's over there. I wanted to try it out first. So you take this is the wire that comes from the grill that I ran out here. And then the supplied wiring harness. You unplug your light thing here, plug it into this piece, and then plug your grill lights into this piece, and then plug that into there, and that will power the lights. So there we go. Now, before I said I used a 1/2 inch drill bit to drill these out so those clips would post down in. Don't do that, because look, I could just wiggle these and pull them right out. Get yourself a 17 or 7/16 drill bit to do it right. Live and learn. Or, like I said, watch my videos. I'll screw up and you can do it right. All right, like I said, 2 zip ties, 2 zip ties, because I drilled those out too big. Nothing zip ties or duct tape won't fix. So, solid in there, it's not moving, good to go. We just rolled up the wires here. You could zip tie them together if you want, but tucked them down in there. Put the plastic piece back on here. First, I will wipe this off, make it clean. Put the dust cover thing back on here and all those rivets, plastic rivets, and done. Hopefully that helped you out. Make sure you like and subscribe. Oh, new toy here. DR650 fun toy. All back together, and last but not least, like I said in my other video, you got to make sure you put on your decal under your hood. Oh, that didn't work. Nice and slow, because then people will know how cool you are if they open your hood. Rough country. Like, subscribe. Hopefully this helped people out. I know the instructions, sorry rough country, but the instructions were not very good. So we got her done. Looks cool. Kind of Fraptor-ish, but not, because we have stock grill still. Ta-da!